Starting a business after high school is exceptional, but growing it into an international multi-billion-dollar company is mind-blowing. This is the story of a young boy who graduated from high school to establish the fastest growing ride-hailing company in Africa and Europe at just 19 years of age. This is the story of Bolt, the company that has more than 100 million customers and operates in over 45 countries worldwide. In this video, we will be looking at how big and successful the Bolt company has grown to be. My name is Bernard and you are watching African Dream Motivation. Let's begin. Markus Villig, born on 17 December 1993, completed high school like any school-going child. But with him, he had to make a big decision of whether to prepare for university or start a business on his own. The young boy chose the latter after conceiving an idea he believed could change the world forever. It was a really tough decision because his parents were preparing to raise the money to finance his education, but he had other plans. The idea came to him to integrate all talent and rigger taxis onto one platform to make it easier for drivers to find riders and vice versa. After thinking it through, he decided to start a ride-hailing business. Even though he was very determined, there was still a problem he had to deal with. This was finance related. He saw no way possible to raise the capital on his own to start his business. Therefore, he decided to turn to his parents. After all, they had saved some money for his tertiary education. His parents were very supportive and understanding. Because of that, the financial aspect was settled and the actual journey was set to begin. Markus developed the first version of the app with 5,000 euros he borrowed from his parents. About 5 years after its establishment, the company considered a strategic rebranding, which saw a name change from Taxify to Bolt. The goal was to make the company acceptable to different groups of people all over the world and also create a brand that was not limited to only taxi industry but suit many other services without any ambiguity. This was very instrumental in the company's growth. In an interview posted on telegraph.co.uk, he said, and I quote, "It was extremely hard at the start. The first few months, I was actually going around the streets of Tallinn, signing up taxi drivers one by one. It took me pretty much the whole summer to reach the first 100 drivers." Unquote. Describing how he got along with such a massive business while being young, he again said, "It was really the first job I had. I think the benefit of being young is that you are very naive. So I thought, how hard can it be to manage a team of hundreds of people? I just went for it and learned on the go." Unquote. In August 2013, the service was launched in Tallinn, Estonia, and gradually it became a fully fledged company. It was widely accepted in Estonia, and by 2014, it was time to operate abroad. In 2017, Bolt launched services in London by acquiring a local taxi company with a license to operate. The moment the company began operations, it faced a great obstacle that couldn't be overcome right away. The local government body, Transport for London, forced Bolt to shut down its services. The company complied with the order and filed a new application. While waiting for the authority to approve the request, Bolt launched its services in Paris and Lisbon that very year. In June 2019, it was relaunched in London after a long struggle, and they saw over 20,000 drivers register on the platform. The company began looking at diversifying its capital to further expand its scope of operations. During the second quarter of 2019, Bolt established its food delivery service, Bolt Food. It was successful in Tallinn and gradually expanded across Europe and Africa. In March 2019 and 2020, Bolt was ranked third among the fastest growing companies in Europe, published by Financial Times. In May 2021, the company launched a car-sharing service named Bolt Drive, adding to its numerous services. By January 2022, the company was valued at 7.4 billion euros, making it one of the world's unicorn companies, which is an extraordinary milestone. The company had a major goal of expanding beyond Estonia and take over the world. With this in view, they realized that many developed markets had already been populated with ride-hailing companies. Looking at how the likes of Uber, Lyft, Yandex, and a few others were controlling markets in America and some parts of Europe, a blue ocean strategy was mapped out and Africa was the target. Many African countries such as Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, Tanzania, and Uganda were on the radar of the mobility company. This literally became the gap between public and private transport across Africa, while creating opportunities for employment in countries with higher unemployment problems. In South Africa, Bolt operates in more than 20 towns and cities, outcompeting giants in the industry like Uber. Bolt became the second travel app in South Africa and the first in Kenya and Nigeria by 2017. In May 2018, it became larger than Uber in the whole continent of Africa, thriving in countries like Ghana as well. Becoming that big, more advanced features were created on the app, including allowing customers to pay for their ride through a mobile payment system in the form of a digital wallet, instead of paying with cash or credit cards. Bolt became the first ride-hailing app in the world to introduce such a payment system. Bolt again became the first platform to integrate electric e-scooters with vehicle for hire services on one mobile app. By February 2019, the company reached 25 million customers mark. Again, a grocery delivery service was launched in September 2021, expanding the company's services in that space also. As the world is preaching environmental sustainability, the mobility company is also working in diverse ways to help the good cause. According to Euronews, since 2019, Bolt rides in Europe have been 100% carbon neutral. This means that the company is committed voluntarily to carbon offsetting. With this, they are creating the impression that for any boat ride a person makes, he or she is fighting climate change at no extra cost. This sounds remarkable. We can't talk about ride-hailing services in the 21st century without acknowledging the technology for autonomous cars. We've seen and heard of companies like Yandex Taxi exploring this technology in a very determined manner. This has made it a topic vital to the future of ride-hailing services. In August 2019, Bolt and the University of Tartu announced the partnership on an applied research project to develop self-driving technology for a level 4 autonomous car. Their goal was to integrate autonomous vehicles into their app by 2026. Today, the company, started by the 19-year-old high school graduate, has more than 100 million customers globally, and more than 3 million partners use Bolt services to offer rides and deliveries to their customers. Bolt is operational in more than 500 cities and over 45 countries in Europe, Africa, Western Asia, and Latin America. This is the story of the mobility company established in Estonia that took the world by surprise. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. This has been Bernard and you've been watching African Dream Motivation. Kindly subscribe for more.